know if anybody has actually physically used a ticketing platform before in the past, but Quicket is been around for about 6 to 7 years, and quite a nice thing that makes us also, well, quite rather different to other ticketing platforms is that our developers are actually our directors. So they all 6 or 7 years, or 7, 8 years ago, or whatever, sat in a room together, and they were actually completely not even thinking of making a ticketing platform at all. They were actually going to go for some accommodation site that they were wanting to develop. And here we are 7 years down the line. So one of the unique things of us as a ticketing platform is that our directors are actually our developers, and they're not some team sitting abroad somewhere. So that's when COVID hit this year, Quicket, and I'm hoping that you have all seen a lot more of us around. We jumped on the bandwagon extremely quickly because the developers got to quickly re-strategize and have the new way of eventing, which is a lot of online. So I want to touch base on both. And I really want to give you a run through of what the platform all offers, not only just from are we purely there just to take payments, which is obviously an online ticketing platform. That's what we do. We are also have a lot of various elements in the back end of your event that you get to take ownership of, whereby you can control and start to see where your marketing efforts are paying off. And alleviating a lot of admin from your lives, as Bruce has already touched base on. So basically, to begin with, our platform is there to create to allow organizers to have ownership of your events. So we make it as easy as possible. A lot of people the amount of events we actually run on our platform overtake many other of like the top like CompuTicket and so forth. And one of the reasonings is because we allow organizers to join effortlessly. It's just literally an email address and a password that you create, and then you can create as many events as you wish. They can all sit in draft. I often love to jump on a phone call with you, run through the elements before you go live, and make sure that you know what you're doing so you can get the best out of it. And then from there you would start selling and punting your event. So we run things from as easy as 20 people. So people who run bachelorette parties. I've seen baby shower registrations been run through our platform before, and super impressed with the way somebody has constructed this. So up to thousands and thousands where we've done Rocking the Daisies. We had Mark Lottering online show not so long ago where it was 16,000 people online, which I think is one of the biggest events online shows that has actually taken place like within this period of time. So that's very impressive, and I'm very proud of Quicket and where we are at this point. So I would like to share my screen to begin with. I'm going to go over here and share. And can everybody see it? That's my screen.
We can see it.
Okay, so just to give you a bit of an idea, it's always better to see it than to just try and explain. So you as an organizer at any point, you can log into your Quicket account, you would go My Events, and every event you ever create will sit over here. So they don't disappear. We have wonderful things whereby you can even go and pull out a financial report. So from here you can go and you can basically specify any events I did last year, or all the events I did for the Chamber of Commerce, or whatever it may be. You can actually generate an Excel spreadsheet, and it will pull out a full 100% financial report over that period of time. So the point of this is to grow your events and database, so you can start to see what's working, and it's all there for you from a click of a button. Manage events. So let's just go, and here is a little test event, and this would be your dashboard. So you as an organizer have at 12 o'clock at night, if you can't sleep, you don't have to wait till the morning in order to see what's happening in your event. You can log in and everything is here for you to see. So it's a test event, so obviously there's not too much happening as yet, but you got things like your income, tickets sold, there's a live invoice and statement to you, which you will always know what's happening financially, what we're taking, and so forth. One of the unique things with Quicket as opposed to other platforms as well is not only the easy accessibility and user friendliness of it, is that we do free eventing for free. So why would you use this? To run and manage your online Zoom event with ease. Firstly, to collect the data, especially if you need to customize your questions you're asking your ticket buyers, and to manage numbers. So nowadays that's going to form part of quite an importance within physical events out there, whereby you need to manage numbers and actually see who arrived and who didn't. So when you're checking them in, that all gets reported straight away onto the platform itself. So you, after the event, will know exactly how many people arrived and who they were. So you can run a free event for free. Our fees, which we can always touch base on, maybe in the Q&A if you want to know a little bit more about that, only come to play when an actual transaction takes place. So we're physically dealing with a number transaction. So from this section over here, I mean, this side is where you would start setting up your events, which is a simple thing such as a name, the description. We can put in videos. You can put in obviously a banner, and then you can have a calendar. So if it's a reoccurring event, you can do it so that people can specifically select the date that they're wishing to attend, and so forth. I'm just going to go into a little preview, and that's what forms your main landing page. No, why can't I get there? There we go. Okay. I just want to move this. Sorry, guys. And then the new aspect to Quicket is our streaming. So with Quicket, you have 3 options. You can firstly, I'm just going to go here. I'm going to go save. I'm going to go. Okay, you can firstly provide your own link, which is what we're doing now. So what that would mean is that you provide your own Zoom link, and from that section you can also put in, so there you would put in your Zoom link, and you can even put in the password so that people are all up to date with that. From this section is whereby if I purchase a ticket as a ticket buyer, I'm going to pay either via debit card, credit card, SnapScan, or instant EFT through Quicket. Once a confirmed payment has been made, we gate it. So what that means is that they get a mail from us, and in that mail there's a unique access 5-digit code assigned to each ticket and an access button. So I would think if I click on that access button ahead of time, all I see is a Quicket landing page with a countdown to my event. We email them automatically 2 days ahead of the event, just again with the access button and their 5-digit access code. And then when the event starts, we send out another mail. So you don't have to worry about all of that. If somebody phones and they don't know, maybe they didn't get their email, or they're not sure if their payment was successful, or whatever it may be, we also do have a support team that is in place for you and your ticket buyers. So you would just insert a link. We do not charge additionally for that whatsoever, and we gate it. That I would recommend for most events, such as workshops like this. I mean, actually, Mark Lottering, who has 16,000 people, he did that. He provided a link of his own, and he ran it through YouTube, and there was absolutely no problem. If you want to go the extra step and you want to use our hosted streaming, whereby that means is it's even taking it to the next level. So we still gate it, but now your live stream will actually sit on Quicket's platform. Why would somebody use this? It wouldn't actually be applicable to you in this instance, I don't think, is because we don't enforce copyright infringement, whereby YouTube and Facebook will 100% enforce copyright infringement. They did so for an Elvis Presley event the other day, and that's been years and years and years and years and years, and they're still doing it for him. So, so that's when you would definitely utilize our platform. Or there's an extremely high demand in this event, and you know that you're going to be doing a reoccurring one. So you don't want people to go, oh, well, it's on YouTube, so I'll just wait for it. So that's when you would actually live stream directly off Quicket. Or if you had a pre-recorded video, you could upload it, and the video is already there. And then So as like Bruce was saying, maybe even, yeah, if you had like a live session of sorts and what we even call is video on demand, and you wanted to maybe even just leave your video for a month online, or however long you wish to, you could also go that route and leave it on the platform itself. And when people come and book and pay, they then get an email with a unique 5-digit code and they can see your video straight away. So like you would on DSTV, you would maybe go to box office and purchase a movie. This is when you would utilize, so it's a similar concept like that, and you could leave a video on for a long period of time. So you have those three options. Super easy, super user-friendly, and we are selling to this day more tickets than we have ever in the past. So our online streaming and online eventing has really actually escalated and taken things to a new level. From regards to, yeah, so we're actually, you know, it's really done as good in the long run, and for eventing, for a new way of thinking. So yeah, those are your three streaming options. I don't know if anybody, I know we have a Q&A later, so maybe I should just carry on, or if there's any questions so far. I mean, I don't mind asking or answering anything, or should I just wait?
So, Angie, we do have a question here from Lois Wagner.
Okay.
Do you host videos that are for sale at the end of a summit?
Yeah, so in other words, you want to sell, you want them to physically purchase a video at the end.
So Lois, unmute yourself and talk to Angie.
Yeah, so you run a summit which is free, and at the end of it, you allow people access to it for 24 hours, and at the end of it, if they want the videos, they purchase them.
Yeah, so that's actually a very good way. I like that. And then, so then by purchasing it, would they get a physical?
Well, they get lifetime access to it, so it would still be
Lifetime.
on a platform, but they can access it anytime they want it.
Yes, yes. Okay. So yeah, I mean, so that how that can be done is, I'm just trying to think now actually, because you can change it to be a video on demand, and then generally once, so you can do your live stream, and then it takes like a couple of hours before it converts to an actual video, and within that period, that's when we can create a ticket type and allocate it to that video that then now becomes available to the public whenever they wish, for however long you want. So then all we do is create a ticket type and allocate it straight away. So it can be done, yes, not a problem. And then you can keep it on for, say, if they wished, yeah, like you said, you can now purchase it for the next however remainder of time. And those that purchase then, but actually, no, I wouldn't do it. Sorry, I'm thinking out loud with a lot of different things here. Actually, that wouldn't work, because you would then end it after 24 hours, and then from there, it's no longer an event sitting on Quicket. So how I would actually do it is create a ticket type and after the event, and if they wish, they could purchase it. Their details will get captured to a guest list straight away, and then maybe you can email them or send them the necessary document directly from yourselves. But they would have purchased, the purchase would have come through on Quicket and so forth. So we can deal with all of that side. The details get captured on a guest list, which I'll show you now shortly how that all works. And then you will be able to see and send them the actual document themselves. Nice little extra things is, did I answer that question? Are you fine?
Yeah, there are no other questions.
Okay. Nice little extra things is you can also add in a collection button if ever you were raising funds for something specifically. So whilst your stream is going, people can actually click on the little donate button. This is so that we email them when the event starts. You can also display a count of your viewers, but if you're going through Zoom, it kind of does that itself anyway. You can also enable a chat if ever you wished. Going through Quicket, and one of the nice things is you can even download the chats at the end of the event as an organizer, and then from there you will have all of that so it doesn't just disappear. So you have that information of what was all discussed. So as an overview, this section over here is all about the content of the event and the imagery, and is it going to be a physical event or is it going to be a streamed event? The next nice little nifty things that help you. I'm going to just leave. is you can create ticket types. So I've got a whole bunch here to show you. So you can do things such as early birds if ever you wish. So you have a time limit on, it starts on this date, ends at that date, and you'll get it at this cost. That's just a normal ticket. You can do a free, so there's your free event. So if you were running a free event, it's there. It's a click of a button, you say, I'm going to do that. Okay, and hopefully we get 20,000 people. Raffles get run through successfully on Quicket as well. There's your little donation button. If you ever you wanted, you could create a ticket type whereby people can donate when they're purchasing the ticket if they wished. So it's not only just when this event is being streamed. And that's just a test ticket there. So you can put in your capacities if ever you wanted, which is essential nowadays as well. If you had a target, if you were doing a donation, you could add that in too. So here, that's just a nifty little, a whole bunch of things that you can do with regards to the actual ticketing of your event. Collections, this is also very nice and nifty. So what this means is if I turn this on straight away, collection title, you can add, you can just create, I'm just going to say donate, just call it donate and save. So what happens straight away here, it actually provides you automatically with a link. It provides you with a widget, with what a widget means, and this is going to be a great perk. A widget is something you would copy and paste onto a website if you had any website. There's no right or wrong, and it embeds the booking block. The block itself, it embeds directly on your website. One of the unique things of Quicket, as opposed to other platforms, is we don't enforce a login or registration in order to pay for an event as a ticket buyer. So I don't get redirected to another page whereby now the system goes, I don't know you, so now you have to register and then come back and then do the payment. So what we do is we go straight to the payment page, you fill that out, and then you get your confirmation. So widget is something where you would embed it. I'm going to give you an example. What's it called now? Heavy Chef, I think it was. Events, yeah. Sorry, this thing is always, I don't know what to do with it. Anyway, so if you just scroll down here, or I think, wait, let's just go into any, I'm just going to go into, I think it's this event. What they've done there you go. You see, they've embedded it directly. And you can also change the colors and whatever. There's all kinds of things. But what this means is I don't get redirected to another page. Literally from here, I fill up my details and I pay, and it's all done. So easy peasy, and that's what a widget is. But if you just click on here, you'll see there is your donation. So you can spread that around as much as you want. When you are running your event, you can also download your QR code. So you literally by a click of a finger, you just open that up over here, and once it's opened, you can put that on your video. So whilst I'm doing my session, I can add in my QR code, or if you don't have the donation button, or I can share that, and then people can just literally scan and donate to my cause or whatever it may be. So it just helps you run that with ease, and this helps you to push the elements on as many platforms as you possibly want to. And it all links into your events over here, and you will be able to see exactly who's paid, how they paid, and who they are. Another aspect that is very important to you is growing your database. So you can keep it as simple as possible, or you can ask specifics if you wished. So by default, we generally ask people first name, surname, email, cell phone. So what that means is when I go in here, and this is the events, and I've clicked on, and I want to come to this, I'm going to buy the test tickets. There I can donate if I wanted to. Continue. Okay, that's merchandise, which I'll show you just now, which can also be another way in which you can sell your actual physical live show afterwards if ever you wanted to. This, instead of being t-shirts, could be your show for afterwards. So when they actually booking their free ticket, they can even do it beforehand and book for that. If not, they just skip it. So, and here is where you would fill out your details that are customized, and you can keep it as simple. Email address is all that we require, to be honest, but the rest you can add in. So there's T's and C's if you ever needed for them to agree to. If they selected a goodie bag, then they can fill out their address and all that jazz. This all gets captured on a guest list for you. We are POPI compliant. So what that means is they will never be shared, used, or spammed by us. You own your data, and you can even link it in with MailChimp. I don't know if anybody uses that. So it's really, really nifty and effortless. There's no admin. You literally, your guest list gets straight away sent into MailChimp, and you can set up your automatic emailers and email them. So that's also very, very handy for you as an organizer. So merchandise, that's what we were discussing now. You can add in merchandise. So I come in and I pay for my tickets, or I book for free tickets, and then the next page can be, would you like? And it's up to me whether I would like the t-shirt. If I do, I can select small, medium, large. Would I like the DVD? Yes, I do. If they purchase their tickets and then want it afterwards, all we do is you can even just share the link of the merchandise directly with whoever, or put it on a website, and they can still pay for it even if they booked for a ticket. So merchandise is also a really, really nice thing and handy. Registrations. I only tell people the only reason to use this is if you need to pre-authorize a booking. So you need to make sure that it is people that are from the doctor's board of whatever it may be, and only if they have that number will they be able to purchase. So this would be where they have to fill that in first, then it gets captured in here, you see it, and then you accept it, you approve it. Once approved, they will then get a link sent to them in order to book for the event. That's the only reason you would use registration. In my mind, you wouldn't just do it willy-nilly, because you still have collect info. So you want to keep the process as easy as possible for your ticket buyers. People get to pay debit card, credit card, SnapScan, and instant EFT. So that's where this section is. We can also allow Zapper if need be. Oh, and Zapper. So yeah, so that's quite nice and nifty. From a managed perspective, you would put in your bank details so we can pay you. You can also allow other people access into the back end of this event. So if you have other colleagues and maybe all they're dealing with is the social media aspect, you can then give them access easy peasy from a click of a button just over here, and it will share it with them, and they will have access to that, and they will never see the actual money that's come in or whatever it may be. So that's also quite nice and nifty. Now we're on to the way more exciting stuff, the promotional aspects of things. Promotional codes, obviously discount codes. If you have hidden tickets, it can give them access into the hidden tickets. So this is something, if ever you were maybe coming up with campaigns or, you know, Wacky Wednesday or whatever it may be, it's easy, and we can set it up with ease. We can create one promotional code for masses, or we can create masses of promotional codes with a click of a button for like one use each. So promotional codes are very nice and nifty in which to push sales if needed. Link campaigns. This is also very, very, very nice and important, and I always urge people to use it because there's no harm. So link campaigns is something whereby we track the views that have been brought in through a link, the sales, and the tickets. So you can use it. There's no harm. You can use it on Facebook. You can use it on your emailers, newsletters. You can have an influencer. So what you would do is you would go, hey, Nadia, you're my influencer. Here is your link for Quicket. So Nadia puts it all over her social media platforms, and every friend that she talks to, she sends it out to them, and everything Nadia does, and there you'll see it goes to the page, and from that link, and people can book and pay. But the thing is now in this system here, it tracks that. So it'll show the amounts of views Nadia's brought in along with the ticket sales. This is quite important. See, there I am. automatically. This is quite important because it shows where your marketing efforts are paying off, and also are there conversions. Okay, like I've gotten 100 views, I should have one sale. Could there be a reason? Maybe my ticket costing is too much, maybe the date is wrong, you know, so there's a million things that this is useful for. My newsletters really work. They've generated great traction. Okay, so that's what I know it works. So that's link campaigns. Promoter networks is a similar concept, so I'm not going to confuse this too much, but it's a similar concept. The difference of a promoter network is you are providing an incentive. So here I've told my network that I will give them 5% of ticket sales generated. So the beauty of this is you using your own network to get this word out. I can 100% tell you now, organizers are so concerned about our newsletter. Please, can I be on your newsletter? Please, can I be on your newsletter? We never used to do it. We've only started doing it now because in the past we have, and the actual conversions that come from it, from us, because we're not dealing with your specific guest list target. You know, your data is that's where your newsletter pays off because it's your specific target. But, you know, we send it out to the masses, and your best friend with selling tickets is Facebook, is social media, and I can tell you that 100%. That's where conversions are coming from. So these things are very handy because then you are broadening, not just sitting on your platform of social media, it's going to others. And so the difference of a link campaign to the main difference and a promoter is link campaign, you're not offering an incentive, but you're tracking. And promoter, you are offering a money incentive. So they would join to be your promoter. So you would literally send them, it's not going to allow me because I'm the organizer, but you'd give them this link. It wouldn't go to this page. It would go to a page whereby, there you see it. So if I sent it to you, you would be able to join to be a promoter. You'd put in your details, and straight away, you as the organizer will see all the promoters that have joined, and they only see their profile. Then from here, you'll see the amount of visits they've brought in, the amount of sales they've brought in, and the commission and income they're going to get. Event takes place, we pay them. So from an admin perspective, there is none for you. So there is no harm in this. So that's promoter networks. Another nice little nifty thing is utilizing, and there's always never harm in this. Even if you don't turn this on, it always will sit in here. So this is using your ticket buyers to be your promoters. I'm just trying to, hopefully this opens. I don't know why. So what happens here is it's the same thing. So by default, when, by default, what happens when I purchase a ticket, there's a pop-up that comes up and it goes, please share. Quicket does this automatically. Thanks for purchasing. It was successful. Please share. And then we have a little Facebook button, Instagram, and emailers. Whoever shares, they sit in here, and you'll be able to see Simon shared this. He's your ticket buyer. And from that share, this many views came along with that many conversions. So you can customize your incentive message to your ticket buyers. I'm just going to show you over here. Where is it now? Oh, there. So we say by default, invite your family and friends. You could just say, share on your share with your friends, and you can win a 500 Rand bar tab or whatever it may be. And that's how you would then manage who your best promoter of your ticket buyer was. And then you would go, okay, Simon, you brought in this much from your share. Well done. You get the 500 Rand bar tab. So these are nice little aspects. How Quicket works is we guide you to show you where your marketing aspects are working. And it's very, very useful because it's where you put your energies into. You know, there's no point, like they say, that what thing of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over and nothing changes. So that's where this is guiding. Are there anything you want me to dig deeper on here?
So Angie, we do have questions on the chat, so I'm going to go through them. People saying it's amazing and wow for the MailChimp connection. Here's a question, Angie. Are there training videos online to optimize the Quicket platform? And there's a related question to that. Do you have videos that unpack this more learning rate?
So you have me. I'll share my details with you. And you have support teams that are there for you as an organizer. But along with that, I'm just trying to think, we do have help articles. If I could get everybody's maybe email addresses after this, I don't know if that's a possibility or not. I can always send you
and then
sorry?
If they type it in the chat, then I'll strip them out and then I'll mail it to you, Angie. For those that want to be contacted,
cool.
Please put your email addresses in the chat.
Okay, fantastic. So what I'll do is then I can send you, so we have a help section whereby it gives you step-by-step. I'm just going to, let me just get there. I did that quite a few times. I just want to quickly, I never actually, okay, that's our blog. It's all on our blog. Sorry, I'm just trying to find. Okay, I'll find it for you and I'll send that through to you. But we have a specific help page that gives you articles on this is how it gets done step by step. This is how you create an event step by step. So videos not as yet, but we have step by step based help articles on all these elements over here. Okay. Sorry, I don't even know how long I've been here for. But so we have a guest list. Every single person that purchases gets captured on a guest list for you, along with all their details. You can download it to an Excel spreadsheet, and then just get rid of what you don't want, keep what you do. You can and then you can upload it to your own, or you can integrate this in with your MailChimp. Orders list is also very nifty. One of these nice little things on orders lists is you have things that will even show unpaid. There's a lot of unpaid here because that's basically me coming in. Should the system, if I start the process and I put my email address in, or I'm logged in as me, the system will automatically remember my email. One of the nice things of this is we have a thing called abandoned cart. So if I come in and I'm about to purchase a ticket and then I get distracted, I get called into a meeting and I forget, the next day we'll email them and go, hey, here's the link. Remember, your tickets are still available and waiting. So it's a nice little nifty thing as a reminder, because people also love to do lastminute.com. So they might begin the process and then think, oh, I'm going to wait close to the time. So those are nice little things to keep it in their mind. And then if they still don't do it, like one more week down the line, we do it again. We mail them and say, hey, remember the tickets are going. This event is still got, these tickets are still waiting. So it's a nice little nifty thing called abandoned carts. And you also, as an organizer, can see OTP numbers get forgotten or they don't get sent in time. So people stress. They're like, oh my gosh, why did this payment not go through? Your platform doesn't work. It works 100%, but we have security systems in place because they have to. So OTP numbers get sent, or people don't have their credit card details correctly put in, or whatever it may be. So that's when it would get captured over here. Comps get sent with ease. So you literally can either put in one person's details, select the ticket, and send. We don't charge. They will get the mail with the confirmation ticket or the access button if it's online with their unique access code. If you have many people you want to send comps to, you can just merely upload a spreadsheet and send. So it's not a hard process. And that's why we like to do these trainings with our organizers, because there's so much the platform offers that instead of mailing, you can literally do it. But obviously, we're here to help because there's a lot and you forget and you're unsure. RSVPs work the same as comps. The thing is that the difference here is you might only have space for 20 people and you have 40 people. So you can invite people and give a time limit, and also say that you wish for their details to be captured. So they would have to fill out those details. So and you can put your custom message. So they'll get a mail saying you have been invited to attend this event. It's for free for them, but they have to accept it. And once accepted and they've done all the necessary steps, only then do they get their confirmation mail. Pre-printed tickets, They're like 20 cents or something if you wanted to just pre-print a bunch and do whatever you want with it. This, I always say, rather try go through the platform, because then you're losing control of where these tickets go, because we no longer control it anymore. And then you can also SMS your guest list if you wished, which is a little old school because people don't use SMS that much. It's WhatsApp. Integration, I'll just kind of go through these. So selling on Facebook is embedding the booking block on top of your event page. So instead of people looking for it, it'll always be sitting at the top of the page, so they literally click on it. MailChimp, I'm just going to go through the ones that would really be used, is when you're integrating it in with MailChimp, and then your automatic emailers get sent out to your guest list. Widget is a code over here, which you copy and you paste on your website so people can book directly through it, like I showed you earlier on. And those are basically the ones you would use just willy-nilly for your events. It's there. Those are easy. Then the really nice part of things is the reporting. So this is where things also get fun. We have things called tracking scripts, just so you also know, where if somebody goes onto your website or whatever it may be, and the page itself of the event, so they've shown an interest and then they go off it and they don't continue, what happens then is if I go onto Facebook afterwards, we go, oh, okay, here's my sponsored, okay, so there it is, there you see I've been on, so that's what happens. And it gives me a little reminder, like you look at those shoes on Superbalist or whatever it may be, and all you see is those shoes until you purchase them. So we just give them little subliminal marketing reminders of the event, and that's called the tracking script, and that can also be done. Where are we? So this is not much happening here yet, but visitors reporting, I urge organizers to use this. The amount of organizers I've spoken to that literally phone you 2 to 3 days ahead of the event going, how do I find out where my sales, how much sales I've made? People need to be active. It's not something you just sit back and relax and wait and check in on the day before. It is hard work. You need to be active on social media. You need to be posting. You need to be reminding people because it's hard out there. There's a lot going on. So it's important. So this is where it comes as helps. It gives you your top 10 sites that people have come from, along with conversions. Conversions are key. Where in the world they've come from. Sorry, there's not much going on, as I said. Gives you a breakdown of your daily visits. So if you go, oh, the 31st of August, I had 100 views. What did I do that day? It's the day I sent out the newsletter. And then where they're coming from, what social networks, mobile devices, gender, and age. Sales reports, exactly that. What have we made money-wise, and ticket selling. So there you'll go online. This is how many tickets I've purchased online, have been purchased online. There's all your different ticket types if you have many, or there'll only be one. What was purchased at the door, comps, and vendor. So we have a thing called vending. A lot of people ask us, why don't we sell at a retail store? Because we don't do that, because we're an online. So what we offer our organizers is, if you had your own vending outlet, we can open that up as a vendor, no problem, and we don't charge. So another reasoning is, if we don't deal with the transaction, we don't. But their details get captured, they get an email from us with their tickets or their unique access code and barcode, and their capacities get captured here. So it's all still running through the system, but the thing is, now that money gets managed by you directly. So however that money comes in, it's yours. So we can open up a vending on Quicket, and you will always see what's happening between all of these elements. So this will just give you money that's come in. That's if you're selling merchandise, and then it just gives you a nice little flow of visitors versus tickets. So it's a nice little, when it actually comes to life, it's really cool, because it'll show you the amount of visitors you're having, but also the tickets that you're selling at the same time, which is nice, and so forth. So these are very nifty. Reporting's very nice to always check in. Check-in report is exactly that. So who came on the day. So here we get the number of tickets that have been sold, how many have been checked in, and who's still to come. So you can manage your door. We offer a free downloadable scanning app if you're ever running a physical event. So we obviously provide service for you if you need it. Alternatively, if you wanted to run it yourself, it's a 20-man workshop. It's very easy to do yourself. You can download our free scanning app on any phone or any tablet, and when they arrive on the day, they'll present their tickets either on their phone, scan in the barcode, and it checks them in. So then you will know who's come, and that's all on your guest list as well. A nice little extra thing we do for you to check in, once the event is finished, we email your ticket buyers and we ask them how your event was, and they can give you a rating. So this all gets captured in here as a review report, and it's really, really nice and nifty because you're getting feedback on people and what their thoughts are of your event. Then you got your live statement to you. At any point you can log in, you'll see what's been, or how much money we're taking, what our fees are, and there's a live statement. So you are always know, you're never in the dark. You always know what's happening. Yeah, and then you got on your day, which is just literally your scanners and selling at the door and all that jazz, which is something we could always talk about more if needed. So that's Quicket's backend and Quicket in a nutshell.